To begin with, welcome to Sundance.
Thank you.
You see many things here, and I'm glad to see shows that mean something here as well, because that's what a lot of this is about.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a march a couple days here ago,
Yes.
so there are many things
I know that was
this
a
festival
cold
can be.
march.
Yeah, but that shows how much
Yes, how
and how
passionate.
interesting it was,
I know.
how important it was for them too.
So great, yeah.
Would
I'm
you-
so happy to be here. It's interesting because I kind of started my career at Sundance. We premiered Love and Basketball here like 17 years ago, and Gina Prince-Bythewood, who wrote and directed Love and Basketball, she developed the script here in the Sundance lab. So it's kind of like here we are with Shots Fired so many years later. It's such a treat. It's kind of two bookends, and it's with the same filmmaker, me and Gina. So it's kind of surreal and cold and fun, and I finally get to wear some of my winter clothes, which I never get to wear in California.
Oh, you're totally cute. Yeah, you're very cute. Well, all the positive things of wearing all the puffy jackets and the furry boots and the furry.
I have a cape
you have
today.
A cape?
Yes.
Wow.
Never get to wear a wool cape in LA.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I think capes are the new thing for 2017.
Oh,
so
really?
that's
Okay.
that's where you need to go for sure.
Good.
Yeah. So let's talk about Ashe.
Yes.
First and foremost, I love the character. I think she's strong. She's deep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not only from anger issues to being a police officer, but also her family issues as well.
Yes.
I mean, were you excited that just to begin with, it takes a while sometimes for characters to really get deep.
Yeah.
That you start off the bat with a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting because Gina came to me and the only script that they had written, it's a 10-hour movie, and the only script they had written was the first hour. So I kind of had to, decide about the project based on that first hour. And I was immediately gung-ho about it because she is fierce. And it's the kind of role that, you kind of dream about. She has such a big arc, and she's so passionate about justice, and she'll do whatever it takes to get that justice. And then she has her personal issues where she's being challenged with some behaviors that are not working for her anymore. But all of that encased in this kind of edge of your seat mystery thriller. So I mean, it was kind of like a charmed dream role for me.
Not only that, you're the muscle, kind of.
I'm the muscle.
You're the muscle. You're brought into this.
There's some other muscle in there, Wait till you see, There's some real, like literally and figuratively, some muscle in the show.
Now, the one thing that I'm happy about, because it makes the show more relevant, but I'm also sad, is the fact that the show has become more relevant, like daily, because of racial issues and things like that too. So as much as you want it to be important to people, you don't want it to have to be important to people.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, that's what we're hoping. We're hoping that it will bring, it's about, all of the racial injustice that's going on in our country. And, it's kind of coming to a head right now. Again, it came to a head in the 60s, and it's never gone away, unfortunately. But I feel, kind of hopeful that, there is this kind of uprising of people being conscious and people coming together and people being passionate about changing things and equality for everybody. And it's interesting because the creator, Gina and Reggie, they started developing this years ago. It wasn't like, they looked at the news and wrote this project. It really, the synchronicity, the timing of the themes with really what's going on in the world was kind of chilling at times. We would turn on the news, when I was on location, and it would be exactly what we were, a scene that we had just shot that day. So it is very relevant and exciting.
Speaking of the scene location, can you talk about being on location? Because I'm sure at some times it almost feels like, it's the character that's seeping in, whether it's the humidity or there's the smells, the different things that are going on around you.
Well, I had a bone to pick with Gina because it's set in the fall. And we shot in the South, in North Carolina, in the middle of the winter. So everybody was in like boots and jeans and leather jackets all day outside, lots of locations. So it was like, literally, it was like working in a sauna. And there was a lot of complaints about that. But I think it kind of added to like the frustration and the
Automatically
heat.
gave you that,
Yeah.
kind of like, that look in your face, like, I guess so, let's go.
Exactly. That was good.
The stink face.
Right, exactly.
Right, let's go. I
Yeah,
get
you
the attitude.
automatically have it, right, because you just feel yucky. So yeah, it was tough, but it was, appropriate.
Now, did you like the fact that this didn't come 100% from the angle of, a white cop shooting a black citizen? It's the other way around.
Yeah.
But there's more to it, of course.
Yes.
But did you like the fact that that's the juxtaposition?
Yeah. Well, I just love the fact that it really has that element of a good mystery. And that is, it draws people in, and then you kind of get hit over the head with something else that you weren't expecting. And one of the brilliant things about the piece, I think, is that everybody who watches it, no matter if you're a man or woman, white, black, whatever you are, you're going to have a perspective that takes you outside of yourself and puts yourself into another person's perspective. And maybe, hopefully, it will, at best, instill some compassion, with an empathy about what the other side is dealing with.
And empathy is one thing that we have a lot. But the issue I have more than anything is always the social media of everything now, because you have a following. You have people who hang on words. You do.
Yeah.
So there's a responsibility to you as well when you say things.
Yeah.
Because you have to say what you believe in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want to destroy something you've worked hard for, or be anything else too.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a hard thing for you as well? When I assume just being a black actor, there's probably paparazzi looking for an answer. They're looking for some kind of thing they want to get from you to be that person or be this person.
I don't really think of it that way. I'm very active on social media, but I'm not one of those people that is has to do it every day, all day, and has to tweet my life. And I like to have a little privacy. And it actually sometimes when I'm on it too much, it gets to me. And I have to take breaks. So, I just generally try to stick with, positive things that inspire me. I try to stay positive and, stuff around work.
So this is iHeartMedia, so we have to ask, when you're on this set, was there any kind of music you were listening to especially? Like, was there a song or an album?
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to say that. No, I don't want to say it, because I don't want to, all of a sudden,
I got you. No, that's all right. But there's a couple of things that.
Yeah, that I listen over and over again, but I don't.
Is there something or a sound or maybe music that you think fits the area where you were like, this is it? Like maybe
the area where I was?
Where you were shooting on location. Like there was maybe. It could
no,
have been
I mean, it's America, so it was the same thing as. What I listen to in California, which is, I'm very eclectic. I'll listen to classical one day and then, hip hop the next, and then alternative. I'm not into listening to words, so I just want to hear I'm on Pandora. No, not Pandora. There's a chill station. No, Apple Music, there's a chill station.
Right.
And a lot of it is kind of instrumental, so.
I got you.
Yeah.
If you can download the iHeartRadio app, that might help us
Oh,
out
yeah.
too.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
iHeartRadio.
What? We have love for everyone as long as music is involved.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have said those.
All love all the time, so not a
Okay.
problem whatsoever. Well, we thank you for this.
Thank
We're
you.
looking forward to Shots Fired.
Oh,
There's
thank
so
you.
much more to come. And like I said, it's great that it is relevant, but it's sad that it has to be. But it's a great story nonetheless. And I'm glad that you got to work with your director again, too.
Yeah.
So,
thank you so
have
much.
Have a great time. Enjoy Sundance.
Thank you.
Try not to fall in the snow, I guess is the best thing you can say.
Yes, I will try very hard.
I got you. And put that cape on.
That cape is going on right now, baby.
Make it a thing.